Failure to thrive or being neglected. This is David's story.
David is a little boy who lives with his mum and his baby sister, Summer. David's mum doesn't feel very well. She often gets a bit sad, and sometimes she drinks too much or takes drugs because she thinks it will make her feel better. She doesn't look after David and Summer very well. She forgets to bath them and wash their clothes. She doesn't feed them very well either. Sometimes, if she feels she can't cope, she goes out and leaves David and Summer alone in the house. The neighbours can hear David and his sister crying, and they're a bit worried. When Summer's health visitor comes to see Summer, the neighbours speak to her and tell her that they're worried about the crying, and they think that David looks like he's not been properly looked after. The health visitor speaks to David's mum and asks her if she thinks she needs help looking after the children. Mum finds it hard to ask for help and tells the health visitor that she doesn't need any. The health visitor is still worried because Summer's losing weight. Then Mum tells her that sometimes she doesn't take David to school. The health visitor tells Mum that she needs to speak to a social worker. The health visitor phones the social worker and talks about her worries for David and Summer. The social worker speaks to all of the people who know the children and their mum. David's teacher tells her that sometimes when David comes to school, he's dirty and smelly. It's decided to arrange a special meeting. This special meeting is called a case conference. It's a meeting where the police, social work, teachers and health workers and any other people who know David, Summer or their mum can talk about what's happened and look at ways to work with them to make things safer. Children can write something for this meeting, or they can ask an adult they trust to say something for them about what they want to happen. Sometimes they may go to the meeting themselves, even for only a short time, to say what they want to happen. Everyone at the case conference agrees that Mum needs help looking after David and Summer. The meeting decides that the children's names should go on to the Child Protection Register. This is a list that police, doctors and social workers can look at to help them make sure these children are safe. The people at the meeting also make a plan to help Mum look after the children. As part of the plan, Summer goes to a family centre where other children and babies go for a time. Mum sometimes goes to the centre and meets the key worker to learn how to care for Summer better. David sees a social worker who comes to see him and hear from him how he's feeling. The social worker also speaks to Mum and asks her how she's coping. Mum also sees a special counsellor to talk about her drinking and drug taking and talk about ways to help her feel better. David is now going to school every day, and his teacher can also keep an eye on him. The people who made the plan meet regularly to make sure that everything is going well for David and Summer. This meeting is called a core group. Parents and sometimes children will go to this meeting to tell how things are working out for them and what they would like to happen. Mum doesn't drink so much and is starting to feel better now that she's getting help. Mum has taken David and Summer for outings like swimming and for picnics. They're all having more fun together now. David was chuffed to tell his social worker that his mum was looking after him better. It's okay to have a social worker. Some kids think it's not, but that's because they don't understand. A social worker's job is to listen to you and give you help if you need it. David is one, and he's much happier now, isn't he?